The new Xpeng P7, I'm calling it the P7 Ultra because it's a replacement for the existing P7, which looks totally different to this car. It's just been spotted, just been seen. We know some of the details about this car. I will find out some more information though in Indonesia this weekend. Fortunately, I'll be interviewing the Chief Powertrain Officer from Xpeng, who is in charge of developing the powertrain on the P7. And I've got a few questions for him. But guys, if you want me to ask him any questions, send me an email, contact@theelectricviking.com, and I might be able to add those to the list. Hello, my friends. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. For those of you curious, if you're new to the channel, this is video number 7030, around there, 7030, over the last 4 years, just over 4 years. The new Xpeng P7, as you can see, it looks wild, looks different. It's awesome, I think, anyway. One of the cool things I love about the P7, both the P7, this P7 and the P7 Plus, is the boot space. It's like having a sedan, but it's not a sedan. You can literally fit a bicycle in the back of them. The boot space is massive. What are the dimensions though? Well, it's 5,017 millimeters long, which is 197.5 inches. So it's about the size of a Tesla Model S, but it obviously has the lift back at the rear, and it has quite a lot of space on the inside as a result. Its weight, it's I think a pretty good weight for a car this size. It's 2,090 kilograms. And as you can see, it does have 4 doors. It's not a 2-door car. It's got 4 doors, it's practical, etc. We know a few other features. Car News China says that the entry-level rear-wheel drive version has a single 270 kilowatt, which is 363 horsepower motor, powered by a lithium iron phosphate battery. The battery is a 75 kilowatt hour battery size, which gives it 702 kilometers of range. Top speed is 230 kilometers an hour. You can see the efficiency, guys, is insane. And the battery comes from CALB. It's a new higher energy density lithium iron phosphate battery. Otherwise, how the hell are you going to get 700 kilometers of range in a car this big with a battery pack that size? So efficiency is just insane in this car. I don't know how they're doing this, because even if you extrapolate and you say CLTC range of 700 kilometers, actually it's going to be 600 WLTP. Still, a car this size, right, 5 meters long, using a 75 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery, getting 600 kilometers of range, that's wild. I mean, to give you some context, the Kia EV5, using an 80 kilowatt hour battery, gets what, like 70 kilometers less range than this, using an 80 kilowatt hour battery, and it's a much, much smaller car. So yeah, the efficiency is wild. The battery pack, right, the long range variant, it has a different battery. It's an NMC battery, which is a nickel manganese cobalt battery. Bigger battery pack, it's a 92.2 kilowatt hour battery, and it gives it a range of 820 kilometers. So it's only adding 118 kilometers of range with a significantly bigger battery. I mean, it's a 17 kilowatt hour bigger battery, and it's NMC. So you can see here, lithium iron phosphate energy density is getting closer, much, much closer to NMC than what it used to be. Anyhow, that is still pretty cool that you can get a longer range car and it'll have 820 kilometers of range, which would probably work out to around 700 kilometers WLTP. Can you see, guys, why I think this car is awesome? 700 kilometers in the real world, right? In a car that's 5 meters long, has a proper boot space, doesn't look like an SUV, looks very futuristic, plus charging speed, right? Charging speed is apparently it's about 480 kilowatt. So you can charge the battery pack in 12 minutes. Yeah. In addition to that, it's likely to get Xpeng's new artificial reality heads-up display, which, to be honest, most people think of that and they think, oh, so what, who cares? But it's actually really cool because it puts out an 87-inch screen in front of the driver, and you can modify it to change it. Plus, if you're sitting in the car and just, I don't know, going out on a date with your girlfriend or even with your mates or whatever, you can put out on that screen, the 87-inch screen, and you can watch movies on it. So basically you're setting up your car like it's a drive-in. The all-wheel drive version has the same e-motor as the rear-wheel drive, but it adds 167 kilowatt to the front axle, meaning it has total power of 437 kilowatt, which is 586 horsepower. The same NMC battery from CALB provides power, and range for that model is 750 kilometers. Top speed, 230 kilometers an hour. It's limited apparently to that number. Yeah, I mean, these are awesome cars. I really, really hope Xpeng doesn't just sell these in China, because I'm sure they're going to get massive demand for them. I hope they sell them outside of China. I don't know if it's going to happen, but Xpeng, I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to ask your vice president, your president of powertrain engineering. I'm going to ask him, come on, bring these to right-hand drive car markets. You've got to do it. Anyway, there will be versions of this. There'll be two versions, one with scissor doors for dramatic effect, one without it. So you can get one, you can have a choice. The scissor doors are going to make this thing look pretty wild, kind of like a supercar, I think. When is it launching? Apparently it's coming in July. So I don't know if that's true, but there's an event scheduled for August of this year. In May, Xpeng delivered 6,600 units of the current generation P7 Plus, which accounted for 20% of its global sales. But the P7 Plus is not sold outside of China yet. It's about to be, I believe. But yeah, good sales for China. Xpeng's best-selling car is currently still the Mona M03, which delivered 11,000 units, accounting for 32.5% of the company's sales. The second bestseller was the G6. There's a new version of the G6. I'm assuming that that's the new version. Just been revealed in China. It has some nice upgrades of the existing G6. It has one pedal driving, which could be banned in 2027 in China. I'm not sure if I'm reading the regulations right or not. But anyway, Xpeng G6, the new version, which has much faster charging, close to 500 kilowatt charging as well, deliveries 7,951, meaning the G6 was 24% of Xpeng sales worldwide. P7 Plus was in third place as per Car News China, and the G9 was in fourth place with 4,200 units. The G9 has been upgraded as well. By the way, all these new models, except for the Mona, come with Xpeng's new Turing chip, which is actually got 4 times more power than Tesla's full self-driving chip, their hardware 4 chip. In total, Xpeng delivered 33,500 cars globally in May, which was growth of 230% year over year, marking the 7th consecutive month that they've beaten the 30,000 milestone. In fact, Xpeng sales this year are up more than 300% for the first 6 months of the year. More than 300%. They're the fastest growing automaker in the world based on the first 6 months of this year, which is great. I mean, good on them. In China, the Xpeng P7 will compete with the Xiaomi SU7 and the Tesla Model 3. It's very different though, the P7 to the Xiaomi SU7 and the Tesla Model 3 and the BYD Seal. There's nothing else like this car. I mean, to me, the closest car I could think of that's kind of similar to it is not even an EV. It's actually the Audi RS7, sort of a similar size and design to the RS7. It looks better. It's an EV, and it's way better than an RS7, but it just reminds me of that car. It's really in a niche all to itself. I think it's going to sell extremely well, but I mean, there's a lot of competition. It's going to be a really tough market. That said, I think if Xpeng price this well, which they're very likely to do, I think it's going to be a massive hit in China. You know, I can't really understand why 300,000 people put orders in for the new Xiaomi SU7. I just think, why would you get that? This is better car. This has much bigger boot space than the SU7. It's more efficient, has faster charging, it looks better. It's probably going to be about the same price, has more range. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the appeal. And, you know, don't get me wrong, the SU7, it's obviously a nice car. It's just, this is better. Well, I think so. What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Bye-bye.